Hello, welcome back to another episode. We learned that Thomas Newton was Pressman Thorne in the prior episode of The Man Who Fell to Earth. Spencer Clay also recently died in the Season 1 finale. Episode 10, we see Faraday replace Thorne and popularize quantum fusion. Will he be able to accomplish the broader goal for which he came to Earth, though? With the CIA on his trail, the young drone as young Newton departs Anthea for Earth. Faraday bids him farewell, once in Cambodia, where Justin and Faraday have been taken to Newton's cave. The scenario changes. What at first appeared to be a speech from Newton changed into a discussion between him and Faraday. This discussion revealed Faraday's transformation from drone to an adept, one who is more human than Anthean, while also demonstrating Newton's logic-driven nature. Newton demonstrates the spacecraft to them, which can only hold a select few hundred Antheans. This infuriates Faraday, who was already duped by Newton into believing that the water on Earth might save Anthea. Only the Adepts will be brought to Earth by Newton, together with the Antheans. Bringing together Anthea's Adepts will be necessary for both Earth and Anthea to survive, with the inhabitants of Earth serving as the drones. Faraday's lack of response further shocks Justin, demonstrating that he is ready to sacrifice his family for Newton's scheme. Faraday must switch on the core whose algorithm Justin altered before she escaped the Ori-Gen warehouse before the CIA showed up in order to reassemble the device. Thus, Justin's new algorithm is required by Faraday for the core. Her job will then be finished. She can live out the rest of her days with those she loves. Drew Finch and Lisa Domings are questioned about the unsolved death of Spencer Clay at the CIA's Langley headquarters. He reportedly committed suicide, which Finch changed for Lisa in order to keep her safe. After the officials have left, however,
No. You're too smart.
Finch offers Lisa an opportunity to assist her in catching Faraday or else hang for treason. She was instructed to watch closely for Justin Falls, who would eventually take them to Newton and Faraday. 3 months have passed since then. Hatch's close friend and Washington Post writer Penny Morgan is speaking with Eddie Flood for an interview. Eddie requests that Penny write a number of pieces on Faraday, Ori-Gen, and the machine as Ori-Gen's upcoming major development enters the last countdown stages. In response to Penny's questioning about her and Faraday and her mention of Hatch, Eddie bombards her with pride, leading Penny to request that she not once mention Hatch Flood in her writings, since Eddie is her sole direct contact with Faraday. Penny is completely dependent on her. While she cleans the house, Justin hears a recognizable beeping sound. She searches desperately for its origin and finds it. In order to find the sandstorms that delivered Newton's communications, Faraday devised an apparatus. Someone appears to have a message for her right now. She drives in the direction that the gadget is pointing her, and eventually locates the sandstorm. Faraday's voice may be heard when she enters the storm. It's now nighttime. The Royal Albert Hall in London will be the location when Ori-Gen makes their mystery man public. The audience and the globe are introduced to Mr. K. Faraday by Eddie Flood of Ori-Gen. Faraday enters the stage, appearing perplexed by the large audience, the cameras, and the lights. He starts talking, and we are immediately taken back to the opening and closing scenes of Episode 1, when Faraday presents the quantum fusion technology. Finch and Lisa, together with a group of armed police officers, arrive at the Royal Albert Hall to arrest him. Police vehicles also show up at Justin's home. Faraday finally abandons the revolution and lets the world know about quantum fusion, along with all the nearby buildings. The whole Royal Albert Hall lights up. The CIA takes Faraday into custody. Eddie, who has now learned that she is no longer employed by Ori-Gen, is standing next to the cliff where she shoved her father. She is approached by Hatch, who assures her that if she had told him her secret, he would have kept it a secret forever. He discreetly departs after observing that Eddie is remaining silent and concluding that she won't either. They have arrived at their current situation due to the murky nature of their connection. Yes, Faraday says farewell to Molly and Josiah, even though they don't want him to leave, while she offers him one of her Lego pieces. He gives her some Anthean seeds. She finally approaches Justin. The sky has become golden with crimson undertones as the sun is lowering, even though Faraday will bring his family to Earth. Justin is informed that they won't recognize him, but Justin assures him that both his family and they will never forget him. They are, after all, a part of his family. Faraday and Justin kiss. Faraday boards Newton's spacecraft to leave Earth. Finally, he leaves Earth at the end of The Man Who Fell to Earth Season 1. Though the finale is beautiful, it doesn't appear to be the end of the program. We are aware that Faraday is likely to bring the Antheans, or at the very least his family, to Earth. They will meet Justin's family through him. However, we are unsure about Newton's fate. Did the CIA kidnap him once more? Even if they succeeded, Faraday would prevent his death. so he would still be alive. Additionally, we are unsure of Eddie's fate or whether Hatch, her brother, will take her in if it happens. The Man Who Fell to Earth Season 2 will clarify things as well as introduce additional new characters who won't seem familiar but who will still be family. Thanks for watching, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.